Here we go, John.
Gotta get that energy up.
Carpe diem. Oh, the energy's up.
Carpe diem. Bum, 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 bum.
John, welcome back to the studio.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. It's been a long 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, what have you been up to?
You know what I've been up to. That's the reason I haven't been here. I've been working. Actually, they've actually taken at work. A couple of guys have been taken in the different departments. They're like, we're gonna call you the hardest working, because I told them the hardest working part-time employee in the building.
So,
it's true.
Did you do anything but work, John? Did you lay the law down with your boss? Where are we at for the new year?
Oh, I laid it down. I said, listen, please don't do. No, I went to HR. I did all the official shit. Went down there, put my foot down, not once, but I put it down twice, so they knew I wasn't playing around.
Both feet. You put both feet down.
Left and then the right. I didn't get angry, because getting angry, I feel, at certain times, it's not going to be as productive as you need it to be. And I needed it to be productive. So I went in and I said, hey, listen, this is the deal. Long story short for everyone out there. Part-time employee, full-time hours, going for about a year. It's illegal. It's wrong. I'm an older guy. I got to take care of my own life. This is what I'm doing for me. You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, oh, okay. And then the next week I came back and I'm like, listen, I know the schedule's made through the first of the year. I get it. I'm not going to bitch too much about that because it's the holidays.
Yeah, I got to take the holiday
and I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll deal with that. But once the next schedule comes out after that, I want what I want. And if you give me full-time hours, I'm going to call off the days I want off to get me down to part-time. If you schedule me part-time, other than the one day I ask for you off a week, which should not be difficult, then I will work the days that the nights that you want me to work, whatever. It's only going to be 3-4 days. And so far, so good. So far, so good. So I'm actually, lighter on the shift.
Well, now that you're back, John, now that the new year's changed, we are going to carpe diem. We've got a format now.
Yeah.
We're going to start teasing what's happening on the rest of the show.
Like a little tickle.
Like today's episode, we're going to do our little banter here, and then we're going to have a little commercial. So the format, how it's going to run from now on, is we're going to talk about our weeks, what's going on, all of that.
Yeah.
Dive into a little overview of what's on tap for the entire show.
Sure.
Then we're going to have a commercial break, and then we'll come back from that. We'll get into the Gratwick stuff, what's happening each week with Gratwick, because... Yeah. Things are going to start picking up. I know I've been saying that for a little while now, but we are full steam ahead. Everything's rolling. We finished our WeFunder submission today, so we can finally start really talking about that stuff as we go on.
Right.
We're going to talk about Bandersnatch. We both
huge fan.
Caught that up.
Huge fan.
So that's going to be the big topic for today's show. But a little bit about my week, John. I spent a lot of time working as well. Unfortunately, nobody was paying me to do all that work. But I was working with the guys at GridFam, still trying to get this set up right so we can bring the guests into the show.
Which I can't wait, because then we'll have a much more we'll have much more opportunity to get more guests, because I already know at least a couple people who want to do it, who don't want to come all the way out here. They just want to be in their computer.
Oh yeah, John, I got a list of names. We start pulling in all of that.
And, I can't wait.
You know, if I don't figure this out by next week, we are probably going to start doing the Skype route. So at least the scheduled guests can join the show.
Okay.
But what I really want is this GridFam, GridFam.com.
Mm-hmm.
This app is awesome. The potential for it and what it can do for podcasters, what it can do for live streamers, what it can do for the gaming esports community is limitless.
Yeah.
It's I talk about this every week now, but it's like a call-in feature that you would have for like a sports radio talk show, where you call into the show and you get entered into a queue, and then the host can pull whoever they want into the show.
Right, and then their image comes up on the screen, and then they talk, and then when they're done, it's like you hang up, and then they go.
And that's exactly it. Instead of just being a voice call, like a sports talk radio show, we can actually bring them in on screen and talk to them and have them on a video chat. And it puts their Twitter handle right above their name and all of that, so it makes it real nice. So having guests that want to build their following and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
They've got the feature to hold right there.
Of course.
So I'm trying not to cave and go with Skype. I've had a lot of bad experiences over the years with Skype.
I've never used Skype.
No, well, you're one.
Well, you know how I am. I'm the guy who's still got the old phone and all that other BS.
Well, then Skype should be right up your alley, because they've been around forever and they've been garbage the whole time.
Yeah, I've never used garbage, so I'll do it on my phone.
All right, so other than the GridFam app and working on that stuff, we were wrapping up the WeFunder video. We shot some inserts and stuff with Jeannie Jones, who's been helping us out and all of that. Jeannie is a host on a iHeartRadio show. She's a producer. She's originally from Washington, D.C. Awesome woman that I'm so proud to be helping us out and everything with that. And she sat down with us. We did an interview, talked about the whole WeFunder campaign, all this stuff, and that's going to be our campaign video. We were supposed to have a nice night out last night, John, with her, but
What the hell happened?
I canceled. Normally, everybody else cancels.
Yeah, you never cancel.
I never cancel, but I had to cancel last night. I had spent all day working on title cards and some different stuff with the video, and we were just so behind schedule. I needed to get it in, John. So
did Andrea not want to go?
Oh, of course Andrea didn't want to go, but I found her the perfect out.
But you know how we talked about how you guys, so you're like connected at the hip for the whole thing. You didn't want to go, so he's like, well, I don't want to go if you don't want to go.
You can talk, Andrea.
I was going to get to hang out with Jeannie's daughter.
Yeah, I had it all perfectly. I knew she didn't want to go.
About that.
And Jeannie was going to preemptively cancel on me because she couldn't find a babysitter for her daughter.
And how was the daughter?
About 10, 11.
Okay.
But super cool. She's been over a bunch of times.
Okay.
She's
smart, super cool.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't act like a 10 or 11-year-old.
Okay.
She's super smart.
Good stuff.
But so Andrea got the perfect out, and I had Jeannie all covered because now she had somebody she could trust to babysit. Mm-hmm. Andrea didn't have to go to the event, and I had somebody that was going to be more embracive of networking and all of this stuff than Andrea was. And Romello was coming with us because I wanted to introduce
from the past.
No, I wanted to introduce Jeannie to Romello. I think those two are going to be very good friends.
And then you canceled.
And then I canceled on everybody. I was fried, John. I was fried.
Hey, I get it, man.
I think he was intimidated by the outfit he would have to wear to fit in.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a Bev Hills outlet either, and it was raining, John. You know how it.
What the affair was for?
John,
what was it, Kris?
It was an after party for the Golden Globes yesterday.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
in Beverly Hills.
You'd need to be suited up for that.
Yeah. You need something.
A real after party.
Yeah.
Someone threw it at their house.
It's not throwing some jeans and a pullover.
The one sport coat I had somehow it got lost in Buffalo, somewhere between Buffalo and coming back to LA.
Traveling.
The one sport coat I had is MIA, John.
Really?
So yeah, a little bit of it was I didn't have a Bev Hills outfit, but it also started raining, John. And you know us LAians don't go outside when it starts raining.
Yes, but let's be honest. You're very light-skinned, so you don't like going out when it's too sunny, which is most of the time in LA. So I figured you might want to go out when it's raining, because then at least it's not sunny and you don't burn your head, your face, anything.
I have lived in LA for 10 years.
Yes, you have.
I have never gotten an LA sunburn, but I've gotten sunburns on multiple occasions when I've gone back home to Buffalo.
So you don't avoid the sun as much in Buffalo as you do in LA.
Because there is no sun in Buffalo. It's a 60-degree overcast haze that's sneaky.
I know it.
It'll get you, John. It'll get you.
It will. It certainly will.
All right. So coming up today, John, we're going to be talking about the Gratwick stuff that we've talked about.
Of course.
We're going to spend a bunch of time getting knee-deep in Bandersnatch.
What a weird name, by the way. But anyway, let's go on.
It's if you watch the movie, you should know what
I know. It's just weird though. It's just a weird name anyway.
And Elabs is launching their first alpha test for their mobile gaming platform.
Yep.
That goes live tonight. We're gonna after we get off with the Gratcast, we're gonna jump in there and have some fun.
We'll take a look at it.
But right now, we're gonna cue it up for our first commercial break. And give a little shout out to Fred Jackson and the Code Sox folks, and then we'll be back to get into what's going on with Gratwick right now.
Good morning, Buffalo. The sun is shining, and it's game day.
My Sundays are a little different now. People say life slows down when you retire. Once again, I'm proving everybody wrong. I'm starting on a new path, joining the Code Sox team. Code Sox and I are giving back to the city we love, one sock at a time. You, me, us, and we. That's what makes a community. Put on for your city, Buffalo, and rep your code.
Touchdown! It's incredible! Fred Jackson!
Let's get into Gratwick.
Let's get some.
So, the Buffalo Star Search program, we were running through December there. We decided to extend it. The reason we're extending it is because we have some very special things happening from now through March. We're going to start announcing those things by the end of the month. But all of those things are leading up towards the end of March when we really need to find a Buffalo creative that we want to work with and invest in. So we need to keep the Buffalo Star Search going, John. We're keeping it going right through March. We gave away a pair of coat socks for the first raffle winner for December.
Which, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice.
And dude, you know the other reason I want to get these guest things working so good, and I've been trying so hard on this.
Why is that, buddy?
Because I want to bring in the Buffalo Star Search guests. Like the people that are getting shout outs.
That's what I'm kind of looking for. Like we keep talking about Buffalo. I want to talk to people from Buffalo. So let's get this Grid Fam thing
I'm
going.
tired of just talking to you about all this stuff, John.
Well, I hear you.
I want some people to give us a little give back.
Seriously, something a little different.
Yeah, hopefully they'll play a little tennis better with me.
You throw me under the bus again? I haven't been here in 3 weeks. You're already throwing me under the bus.
You got a whole lot of bus routes coming your way.
I could have gone on a New Year's Eve. I could have gone on and on. But we got to get into the show. Got an episode to run.
Yep. So
we're
extending the Buffalo Star Search.
Good stuff.
All the way through March. We're going to have monthly raffle winners that'll win code socks. But the grand prize is, depending on how many Buffalo artists people nominate, are going to be gift baskets from Pulp 716.
And it's just more opportunity for everyone else. I mean, from the Buffalo area, the 716. So you might as well. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of talent there. There's a lot of talent in every town. Yeah. Just come out, and nominate someone and support them and support everything else. I mean, I think it's a real good thing.
So here's how the Buffalo Star Search works.
Really?
If you're just tuning in for the first time on this, on Twitter or Instagram, if you tag us at Gratwick Productions and Pulp 716, tag the two of them with your favorite artist that's from the Buffalo 716, lives in the 716, or knows how to spell 716. You just tag all three of us in there with the hashtag Buffalo Star Search. Okay. And give a little shout out. Tell us what they're doing, what they got going on.
Sure.
If they've got if you have a link to their content or something they've created, all the better. Include that in there. Mm-hmm. We're gonna retweet that out there. We're gonna spread it around a little bit. We're gonna check them out, and hopefully that artist will see the tag, see what's going on. They'll check out the Buffalo Star Search, and they'll realize we've got open submissions going on, man. You want to submit your project to be made by Gratwick? Go ahead and do so. Check out gratwickproductions.com/Buffalo Star Search for the submission policies, the rules and regulations. What we're looking for, here's a hint. It's a physical submission. We're not doing emails with this. You got to put your packet together, and you got to deliver it to the North Tonawanda Pulp 716 location.
And that's perfect, because that's what you want to do anyway. Because you do it online, you kind of just you kind of think you half-ass it. You just it's done. Is it good enough? I don't know. But you got to put together a packet. You're going to do it, and you're probably going to do it right. You're not going to sit there and be like, is this right? Is this wrong? No, you're going to make sure it looks good. And I'm sure it doesn't take a ton of time to organize. And if it does, then take that time to organize, because the opportunities that you can receive are so much better. And you start at the bottom, you work your way up. You got to do it.
Yeah. Hey, the more people that jump on the wagon, the bigger the wagon gets, the faster we start rolling once we're heading downhill, because we're going to have all that weight in there.
Exactly.
That's how you carpe diem, John. For those that don't know, I busted this bad boy out of mothballs. This was my go-to shirt for a good 7 years of the 10-year run that we've been in LA. Yeah, I bought it before we went on the TPH tour.
Shit.
So I'm like, carpe diem, man.
I love that. I love the idea. Don't get me wrong.
But I realized that I've been on video so many times with this shirt that it's now dated and aged with evidence. So I couldn't keep wearing it anymore.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. So I decided today was a good carpe diem day.
No, any day is really a good carpe diem day. You just got to seize it, right? Take it.
Absolutely,
Let's
John.
go with it.
These freaking YOLO kids don't know anything about carpe diem.
No, the YOLO.
All right, John. So Jeannie Jones. Jeannie Jones is awesome, and she's working with us on the WeFunder campaign. That's basically what we've been doing all week, was wrapping all of that stuff up. So we had the campaign page laid out. It's got all the information there. It's going to give you the whole rundown of what's going on.
Okay.
We've got all the important legal documents in there. All this stuff has been set for literally months, John.
Okay.
But we've been waiting for the review process to pass through. Mm-hmm. And can I just take a second to say how awesome it is that the Code Sox commercial audio won't play through the computer, but the notifications have no problems popping through here for us.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Freaking, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The issues I've had with the tech. I'm going to put one in here. So,
okay.
Yeah, so everything was kind of hinging on the approval process going through. Then once everything was kind of ready, then the holidays came along. You couldn't put this stuff out there in the holidays, just getting lost in the shuffle and all that. So we've been waiting for the new year to change over. And then when Jeannie Jones came along, it was such an awesome person to have do the interview with us, because that's what she does all the time. She hosts the show. She's got interviews. She's probably got way better tech than we got going on here. Awesome, more notifications. We decided that let's sit down, do a one-on-one interview, kind of like a little Letterman appearance or something. John, we got the couch out.
I like that.
Yeah. So
I'm a fan of that format.
So we had to get that all done.
Okay.
And then what was really the past hold up in the last week is this is what I spent the majority of my time yesterday. Them title cards I was talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what After Effects is, John?
I heard of it. Obviously, being technically.
It's an Adobe program that allows you to do all sort of After Effects.
Okay.
Like after you've got the video ready.
Makes sense. You want to put stars on the screen, or you want to do this, or fire, or whatever. It's all after.
Motion graphics, all of the cool digital things that you see happening in videos. Mm-hmm. Most of that stuff was probably made and built in After Effects. I have no idea how to use After Effects, John. Okay. I've taught myself Premiere, all the editing software, the audio editing software. Mm-hmm. I've stayed the hell away from After Effects. I watched my boy Mike Picciotti do After Effects on many occasions.
And get frustrated?
Oh, dude, my eyes just gloss over. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah.
I want no part of this.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
But we needed these title cards. I wanted to make them look nice. I wanted to have some fancy title cards, John. So with the logo and do a little animation.
Of course, you want them to look good. So what happened? Clearly,
I went and spent the morning. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this off till Sunday because we're gonna submit it at the end of the day Sunday. Okay. And I can sit on the couch, watch some playoff football.
Sure, yeah.
And knock out these title cards.
Okay.
Except for the fact that I look through all the Premiere templates, and all this, and I'm like, all right, there's only a couple that come with the logos. That's at a price point that's budget friendly for Gratwick right now.
Right.
And so I pay the price. I download this template.
Sounds like you paid the price.
The whole thing's just swap out your logo, swap out the text. Here's the color wheel. Pick your colors. Good to go.
A plug and play, right? That's what they're advertising. Boom,
boom,
boom.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
So download it, install it, open up the instructions, and the instructions basically go there, swap out your logo. Okay? But the logo appears on the screen. It doesn't just pop up onto the screen. So there's a little control effect that's making it appear on screen.
Okay.
Had to dig way down the rabbit hole to trying to find that. Never did. The title cards have different little bits of information and stuff that we're including in these title cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It was a little bit inspired by. Do you remember? We remember this stuff, John.
Yeah,
we're old.
Yeah,
do you remember the old MTV days when they used to play music videos?
Yeah.
And they had pop-up videos. Where they had little bubbles of pop-up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I just want some title cards that popped up down the bottom.
Sure.
Like one that says, "Hey, 90% of all media companies are owned by 6 corporations."
Okay.
Let people know that stuff, man.
Yeah,
We're trying to build the independent guy.
Of course, yeah.
Boom. So we've got little different stuff like that pops out. But some of them are a sentence long. Some of them are 2 sentences long. Some of them are like a mini paragraph or whatever.
Okay.
So I had to adjust the box size for my title cards.
Okay.
But the box is created by all sorts of animations, like lines that crisscross to form.
It already sounds complicated. I figured it would be something simple.
It's complicated to watch. So now all these different lines that aren't all connected together to make a single box, I had to figure out how to adjust and coordinate each one of these lines to shrink the size of the box down and all this.
Okay.
Entire Sunday lost.
The whole day.
Oh yeah. Jeez. But finally, at 8 o'clock at night, I realized I had no other options. Mike Picciotti let me down. He was drunk watching football down in Manhattan Beach. Said he was going to hit me up when he got home from the early game. Still waiting for that call, Mike. But hey, John.
Every now and then.
Been practicing.
It's not easy, one eye. Anyway, let's go.
So I had to hit up my guy Albin. Have I told you about Albin at all?
I don't think you have.
So Albin is the one that makes the animated logo when the show starts every time. Hey,
that's a sweet logo, dude. So good job. I actually like that logo.
He's made that one. I don't know if you remember.
I remember the treehouse.
Do you remember a couple years? No, I made that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember a couple years ago we made the pitch video for Disenfranchised, and it was like a montage video that had the Ken Burns. What's the speeches called when people are graduating?
Victorian?
No, that's what they're called.
Yeah, the commencement speech. So Ken Burns is giving this awesome commencement speech, and I took the sound bites from all of that, and me and Albin mixed it up and montaged it to a sweet Machine Gun Kelly song.
Okay.
And it really great job on it. So Albin's been our go-to backdoor guy in Albania for a while. And I hit him up. I'm like, dude, I got to rush. I need these title cards by the morning. And he's like, well, it's like freaking midnight here in Albania, but like I'll get that stuff done first thing in the morning.
So hang on, he's Albin from Albania?
He is Albin from Albania. I've never put that together.
I'm just checking. I just want to make sure I got it right.
No, I'm wondering if his name's actually Albin or if that's just what he tells me it is.
According to PayPal, it is.
Oh, it's me, Albin. That could really be anybody. And the fact you got to say it's me, Albin.
I don't know, dude. I just heard Albin and Albania, and I was just like,
If you weren't trying to convince people your name was Albin, you just say it's Albin.
Yeah,
it's me, Albin.
Right, exactly. But maybe he thinks that's a thing. Like it's a Hollywood. Like it's me, Albin.
Protest too much.
I don't know. So go on.
Yeah. So, but that was really what it came down to was that I needed Albin to come in and bail me out.
Hey.
Good
job, Albin.
He rocked that shit out first thing in the morning, his time. So when I woke up 6 a.m., there was everything was all ready.
Because he's already 9 hours ahead of you, so he's already well and past that.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, good for you. I'm already in the future, so I'm gonna knock this out for you and send it back in time, and you'll be good to go.
I got a friend who always, when I moved out here, would say that he lived in the future and I lived in the past. He lived in Michigan, 3 hours. He's like, how's the weather there in the past? I'm like, it's sunny and great. How's it there? Because it's like November or December. He's like, it's snowy and shitty. I'm like, well, that's what you get for living in the future. I don't like the future.
All right, John.
In the past.
You know what? So when we come back from our commercial break here, we're gonna dive knee deep into Bandersnatch.
It's about time. It's about time.
I've been holding some thoughts for this, John. I didn't want to talk to Andrew about it last week because we've watched it together and all that. So we've kind of already hashed out our thoughts on the whole thing.
Sure, of course.
I want a fresh meat, John. I want to come at you with the whole thing.
And you got it. Right after our commercial break.
If you love comics and collectibles, Pulp 716 has everything you're looking for and more. From Batman to the Badlands to Boba Fett to Bubble Tea, Pulp 716 is my favorite place to hang out when I'm in Buffalo. They even have gourmet coffee for those cold winter days in Western New York. Ever wonder what authentic Roaring 20s roast coffee from 1927 tastes like? Visit Pulp 716 because you're not getting this kind of gourmet coffee at Tim Hortons, and we all know Bonnie isn't bringing any home because she buys crap. If you want to taste your coffee and find those hard-to-locate comics and collectibles, visit one of two awesome Pulp 716 locations in Lockport, New York, and my hometown of North Tonawanda, New York. Be sure to say hi to our friends, the owner of Pulp 716, Amy and Jay Barrett, when you're there.
Wow. What a mouthful, bro.
Woo!
That was a mouthful.
I probably shouldn't have blitzed through it like that.
You punched through that, but that was a good job.
Yeah.
Only one stumble. I thought there was going to be more.
I was trying to race through if I get through it fast enough.
Done.
There's not enough time to stutter. All right, John, because I had to blitz through that whole thing, and I got cottonmouth going pretty hard here.
Oh, I didn't even see you smoke earlier. I don't know why the hell you even have it.
Because I've been talking nonstop here, John. I just blitzed out a commercial spot.
He did just blitz out a 30-second commercial spot.
You bring us into Bandersnatch here.
Well,
John.
Bandersnatch, I've actually been hearing about this for a little while now. I mean, it's only been out a little while, but at work they're talking about it, and I'm like, oh, it's a choose your own adventure. I'm like, choose your own adventure. I've seen them on YouTube. I don't know, but I thought to check it out, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's amazing, to be honest. I like the format. I like everything about it. So you go into it, and it instantly walks you right into it, right? The first thing you get a decision to make, so it shows you.
What kind of cereal did you pick?
Oh, the Kellogg's, of course. The Tony the Tiger.
The Kellogg Frosties?
Tony the Tiger, yeah. You couldn't obviously call them Kellogg, the Frosted Flakes.
That's the weird part. It said Kellogg's, that's the actual brand name, and it had Tony the Tiger on there. So I'm guessing in England, Frosted Flakes are called Frosties.
Oh, they could be. I mean, I didn't even think about that.
That's what I think's going on there, John.
But it was interesting. Plus, it was set back in the 80s, right?
The 80s, yep.
It was in the middle 80s, I think.
About an 80s game developer.
Or something. Yeah, a game developer, which I'm always interested in anyway. I actually watched the video they had on Netflix for the making of Atari.
Oh.
And how they created the company. And it was very similar in some regard.
Did they show Stinky Steve Jobs working the nights?
No, but they did actually show how they gave these programmers, like they gave them like pretty women, and they let them like smoke weed and party.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, hey, you're going to create this new thing, and we're going to...
Atari was the inspiration for the Millennium
Workspace. I'm sure. I'm just saying it's amazing. But to get back to Bandersnatch, I was I mean, anyone who's watched it obviously knows. I don't know if I've watched. Well, I already know I haven't watched every single potential branch because it was just too much. And when you told me to watch it, and I watched it last night, it's after work. I was up till like 3.
John, you got some show research.
I did it, and I was never sure if I was at the end or not. I was like, shit, is this the end? I don't know. So I'll hold on, and then I see credits, and it's like, choose to do this. I'm like, I just did that. Well, it's not saying it's the end credit, so go in and do it. But we're going to want to go into the nuts and bolts of it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I guess we can just start from the beginning. You might as well take a step into this now.
Okay, so I'm going to work backwards on it because the whole thing's freaking... The word I'm looking for here is completely lost me, but unorthodox. The whole thing's unorthodox, so we're going backwards to front.
It's like the Seinfeld episode from Back to Front.
Woo!
It's not.
So, John.
Yes.
I read an article after we watched the whole thing and all of that, and you're like, oh, the 6 official endings of da-da-da-da-da, and I'm reading through.
Oh, there's 6 endings. I didn't know.
There's not, John.
Okay.
I'm reading through, and I'm like, hold up. I saw an ending that's not listed here. There's definitely more than six endings because I know one that you don't even have listed on here.
Okay.
So I'm going to first talk about this from a creative standpoint.
All right.
Like taking it all in as a movie.
Yeah.
I liked the all-encompassing story, the different paths and all of that going. But as far as a cohesive beginning, middle, and end story, I ultimately, when we were done scouring for all the different options and alternatives, trying to ascertain what the intended final ending was.
Yes.
When we found what I believe is the final ending, I was a little disappointed. I feel like there's, because of the way the whole story's told and the different paths that it's going through, I feel like it was a little incomplete. I feel like there was still some things that didn't get wrapped up for me, especially in the what I expect to be the full ending.
Are we going to go spoiler alert, or are we?
Oh no! We're not. Okay. We're not going to get into it like that.
Okay,
spoiler.
Okay.
But for me, it just didn't. It wasn't a complete story because I was missing a satisfying ending that tied up all the loose ends, and maybe that's hard to do with all the different paths.
I imagine. It felt like definitely at times it felt like a video game. I mean, it definitely did.
Yeah.
Just the picking.
I don't know if you found this, but we scoured through everything and we didn't find this. There's apparently a certain path or pattern that you can take, and if you take that pattern, it'll unlock the 1980s retro game that the other guy was making.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
I read about it. I didn't see it.
I had no idea. But didn't you guys watch like all the branches?
Yeah, but I think it's triggered by the path you go.
Oh, so watching them, it might throw it off because you have to specifically go the path, and that's how to unlock it.
It's almost like a code. Almost like a video game code.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
So we didn't find that yet, but at some point I want to check it out.
That'd be interesting.
The thing that really, for me, was a missed opportunity. Like, I really liked where it was going, and I'm gonna tickle the lines of spoiler here, but not really give any kind of meat. So we'll
just call it a spoiler if you don't want to watch, if you don't want to hear.
So there's one section where one of the choices is you can pick Netflix as the option of who's telling this guy stuff.
Yes.
And so you choose that, and it brings all of a sudden it bridges the gap between the viewer just passively watching and choosing the directions, and obviously it's not live, it's not happening in real time,
right?
But creatively they did an excellent job of the connection, the dialogue between the character and the impression that you were influencing the character, and the character was figuring out and talking to you about it.
Yes.
And
should he throw the tea on the computer or break the computer? Should he ruin all of his work he's been doing?
I tried to stay away from destroying too much stuff because I wanted to get through the story and then explore.
Yeah, but ultimately,
Yeah. So they do force you. They force you to do some things because they need to push their story. But ultimately,
so to me, that was the thread that was the most intriguing. I'm like, oh, here we go, Black Mirror. We're really getting into a dark territory that I thought was awesome.
Yes.
Like it was right at that cusp where I felt like if they kept taking it there, it was going to be great. It was going to be amazing. This whole the character feeling like the audience, the audience person watching it, is the one that's actually controlling him and making his decisions. Which it's a choose your own adventure story, so you are.
Yes.
And
then there's one point where he's like he's trying to resist and he can't do it. He has to do it.
So that was really, to me, the unmined gem of the entire thing.
I could see that. Because it's definitely, I mean, again, without giving too much away, it really was because the character didn't understand the lingo, and you wouldn't know the lingo. So when you as the person who picks it, and you're trying to communicate to this character, you're going to say things that are modern day that 40 years ago they didn't know. They didn't streaming. Online, what is that? What are you talking about?
That whole sequence,
it was great.
That whole sequence was great, but for me, it was a great setup that was never continued on.
Yeah.
And the other thing that left me wanting more was the secondary character, the other game developer guy. Like he was really out there, like when they go and do the acid, and he's talking all this crazy talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And that whole, I'm not going to ruin how that kind of scene comes to an end.
Sure.
But it comes to an end in a way where even though the crazy end of the scene, you still expect to see this character again, be involved with this character again, and have more comeuppance with this character. Yeah. And even the different paths, he wasn't really in it that much for beyond a certain point. And I really wanted that character's influence.
It was a good character, and I thought the actor did a good job with the charter as well.
Oh yeah, especially the acid scene.
But it was great. It was great, but I'm guessing that the story wasn't about that guy. That's why it didn't seem as much.
No, but as a secondary character, and there's a whole lot of implied he's coming back, or where is he, and like he was a meaningful character even once he was gone.
Yes.
So that's why I kept feeling like there was going to be more to that character by the time all was said and done.
Yeah.
But what from a technical standpoint, something I noticed that they did. So a couple of years back, we tried just once they started adding, you could put links like to other YouTube videos and stuff on your YouTube video. They made it possible where you could do a choose your own adventure thing. You pick which link you want to go at the end, and then it takes you to that next video. So we tried it and did it in a real primitive sense, the technology with all of that. And it was clunky. It was really clunky.
Yeah.
When you click on the different links and all of that, now it's got to take you to a new YouTube video. Now it's got to load the new YouTube video. There's probably going to be the 5-second ad that's going to pop up in front of it.
So it'll pull you out of the story.
There's a delay and all of that. But what I noticed that was really slick that was happening in Bandersnatch is the decision would come up while the video is still playing in that, and you choose your decision, but there was another little short, not scene, but like another short camera angle that continued on that scene that was long enough to carry you through until your choice loaded up at the end of that.
Yeah.
So it seamlessly kept going with your choices.
It felt a little long at times, but I understood the process. You're right, because basically it counts down, and you could pick yes or no, and it's just going to continue to count down. You could pick right away. It doesn't matter. So in case you're hemming and hawing and thinking, it gives you probably a good 5-7 seconds, I'm going to guess, before it shrinks down.
And then once you've made your decision, there's another 5 to 6 seconds before it heads down that path with whatever scene you chose to head to next. So there's no stutter, there's no stopping. It plays like a seamless movie and all of that. You're just choosing the scene that comes next. So I thought that part was really, really well done on the execution of it. I didn't like the fact that I couldn't play it on my regular Netflix, John.
What do you mean? What do you mean regular? I just loaded up my regular Netflix on my PS4.
On your PS4. Yeah, on your PS4. But if you go through your normal Netflix on a smart TV or our Chromecast
it doesn't. You can't do the switch of the thing?
Yeah, well, it's not
PS4 only? Or so it's on the console only?
No, it's not console only. It's console, laptop, I think mobile devices could also do it. And
but smart TVs,
certain newer smart TVs, I think could, but not like our living room TV runs off the Chromecast. So Google.
It has Netflix built into it.
Does it?
It's got the button.
Oh yeah, it's got the Netflix button. That's the weird part. Is
our 2-year-old TV.
Our remote.
It's only 2 years old. Only 2 years
old.
This is
new technology.
Our remote has a directional pad on it.
Yeah, I know. The up, down, the arrows, sure. So why couldn't you just push left or right?
Why couldn't I?
A little thing came up on Netflix. Just said, sorry, you
not
cannot watch the content on this whatever machine or whatever.
And apparently it doesn't work on Apple TV either. I saw a lot of people bitching about that.
Well, you know how I feel about Apple in general, so we don't have to get started on that.
Dude.
I've been telling you for years, bro.
This is going back to the first segment, but it's pretty much been determined at this point. The Mac, because we've got a newer Mac now these days, and The problem is not the quality of the Mac or anything like that, but Apple itself is really becoming a deterrent on us getting this live stream stuff really working and rolling how we want to do it.
Right.
I just can't bring myself to own another PC.
But they're cheaper than the Mac, so you can get more for your money, so you don't have to pay as much to get something that'll do what you need it to do. And they're more compatible with all these programs. You've seen it yourself. You've experienced it over the last year.
Yeah, but the main thing I need my computer for is editing and all of these different types of...
But you can do that on a PC. No, but you can. You just got to spend a little money. But you could spend half the money on a good desktop. You could probably spend $1,000 on a desktop, which of course is a lot of money.
That's about what we spent on the new Mac.
That's $1,000 on a new Mac?
Well, it's a refurbished.
Yeah, you could get a brand new computer and everything. It's top of the line, $1,200 probably out the door.
If I had computer guy, where he's like, hey, let me help you get a computer. We'll get all this stuff.
I wish I had that guy too.
We'll build you a computer from scratch, man. It's gonna do all this awesome stuff.
That's the only way to build one. That's the only way to get one.
Had I had computer guy, I probably would have done it specifically for the live stream stuff and all of that. But it's just. I'll tell you what, we went with a 13-inch this time instead of the 15-inch. And it is unbelievable how much bigger that 15-inch Mac seems now when I put it on my, it's like the keyboard thing goes on forever.
That's how Darren was with the laptop, a 17-inch. And he said it was like a beast. It was way too big. He couldn't do the 17-inch anymore, so the next time he got one, it was a 15.
Maybe that's what mine is a 17 because
he said it's like a suitcase. It's so big.
It dwarfs our 13.
Was it like mine? Mine's probably similar.
It's not,
17. I think?
Like that thing's it's just off camera here. You can probably see the bottom of it a little bit to John's right.
I don't know, 12.
That thing is thick. That's what I don't like about yours. That thing's thick as hell.
And it's heavy too. It's heavy. It's not easy.
Oh yeah, that's cumbersome.
Not easy. Yeah. Anyway.
So overall though, John, was it a novelty for you? Was it something that you'd be more interested in more movies?
I would actually be more interested if they could do something else. I would definitely look into it. I mean, like I said, I did it last night, and it was good because it was Black Mirror, and Black Mirror is always twisted. So it's not just a choose your own adventure. They mess with you, and it's good. It's a good mess with you. So I just love it when you think you're even when you choose in the beginning when you make the wrong choice, they tell you kind of quickly. But as a story goes on,
dialogue of the character.
As the story goes on, and you make the wrong choice, the branches that are the wrong branches actually become longer and longer. So you think you're on the right branch, and then something might happen.
But you have no idea how far back to go.
Right. So then it snaps, and then you're like, boom. However, it brings you back. Whether it just comes to a TV and says make this choice, or you wake up and you're forced to make a new choice, or whatever the option is. But I like that because it keeps you guessing. So even there was a time when I saw the credits. And I thought it was over, and then there was another offer for something but I'm watching the credits.
Yeah.
So I hit that button, and I went, and I did it, and I went on, and it's interesting. I like it. I really like the way it's done.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I really do.
The ending that is not the review of the game coming out, but it's got a female in it in a cubicle, and then the credits kind of go on, and it keeps coming back and forth. I'm pretty sure that's the main ending of all of it. But if
I might not even reach the main ending, truth be told, I don't even know.
I don't think you did. Here's what I would suggest though for these type of choose your own adventure type movies.
What's that, buddy?
I think there should also be a selection on there where you can watch the intended scene order. So it's like.
Oh. So but maybe after you watch it once, maybe they force you to watch it once, and it unlocks. So once one person on the account watches it, it's open. You can watch it in the order it was.
If you know the special code on the DVD, you can watch it in the correct order instead of watching it in the backwards order.
Basically like that, but just some sort of default button that I can watch the.
So you can see the story was supposed to be
the most high level intended overview of the story before.
That would be nice, but see, this is the first one, So maybe moving forward, though, they'll do it
if
they continue
going
to do
forward,
it.
That's a feature I'd like to see.
I think they could do that.
And then, there was something else I just lost on there that I really would like to see in going forward and all that. Shar Harden's watching?
Hey, Shar.
Hey, shout out to Shar.
Hey, Shar.
So, yeah, there's a lot of potential there, a lot of things I like there. It's Black Mirror, so you're going to get me all day long on it. Yeah. But, going forward with choose your own adventure stories and stuff like that, I think that default option would be really beneficial. I don't know if you noticed this. My impression of our first viewing in that and then going back was that you needed to go down wrong paths in order to go forward?
Well, as we said, other than the very first decision, like because it says like, do you want to do this or this? You can't really make a wrong decision. What music do you want to listen to? Fine. But when it comes to the real very first decision, we both answered the same way, and it was the wrong answer.
Well, yeah, but here's what I'm specifically referring to. So we got in about 45 minutes or whatever before we hit our first dead end.
Okay.
And then you go back, start choosing different paths and all of that, and we didn't go all the way back to the beginning after that. We started backtracking and choosing different paths, and they all kept leading to dead ends.
Because you kept rewinding.
No, well,
the movie, it didn't force you to go back,
no, it pops
right?
up and gives you the option you can go back.
Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we kept doing that and choosing the different paths, but we kept ending up at dead ends. And then once we felt that we had exhausted all the potential options and different choices that we had made, and they all kept leading to dead ends, we started all the way over from the beginning and went through again. And some of the same decisions that we had made took you to different places now. And
oh, really?
Yeah. So I think the first time you watch it through, it's intended to be a dead end.
Okay.
And all of that. And then, you know what I really was going to blow my mind, and I totally thought Dark Mirror was taking it here?
What?
There was a couple times where they were playing off the dead endings, and you go back through and watch it, and they were talking about you like you've already kind of done this, but like something different's going to happen, and the dialogue wasn't that dead on, but basically implying that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way it was. And then there was a lot of like groundwork laid for alternate dimensions and alternate realities of it and all of that. And I really wanted that to come back a little bit more into fruition with all of it. So I loved it, but I feel like there was a whole lot more to mine there. And
well, of course, but I mean, just imagine if it would have come out and it would have been perfect. Then it's got nowhere to go. Now at least they can build it up and add a little bit here and a little bit here, and then hey, look at our baby. Now it's like a real human. It's like, this is amazing.
That's an interesting question. Is this the type of thing that now becomes? So you know how video games have DLC?
Well, video games now. I'm going to cut you there because there's a company called Telltale Games. And they make games that you don't like, but they make them very similar to what the story is. Yeah. It's you play the video game, but you're playing the story. So you do a couple of movements. Ultimately, it's you answer questions and you do stuff like that. So you're playing the story in that regard. So it's already there.
Yeah.
So I imagine it can only get bigger now.
But now you got movies with
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, downloadable content to expand it and take it further. Forget sequels. Just take the choose your own adventure to the next level in the layer, and you can keep expanding.
Yeah, and you really could. And then you could just keep the product going throughout the whole year. Maybe it's a year-long movie, and every month you get a new chance to pick new things. I mean, I don't know how it would work, but
that would be a crazy season, right?
Right?
Because you know how Netflix with Black Mirror has a whole season of Black Mirror, but a whole season all threaded together. And in order to make it to the next episodes and all of that, you got to choose your own adventure the right way to continue on to the next episode.
But you know how much work that would be? So much work.
But the
series,
the replay value.
No, I mean I hear you. I mean you guys went through. Didn't you say you basically went through every ending?
Almost.
Almost.
I think the only difference is like you have to make everything be different. Like if you choose the cereal here, then you have to choose. If you chose one,
so you have to choose the opposite.
I choose one cereal and a different option, and the next option one thing. Then I have to choose the other cereal and the same first option. Like you have to try every single.
Oh, right.
But a whole season like that, where you have to unlock the other episodes with the right paths and all of that, that would be binge watching on steroids.
Well, sure, because say you had 5 endings. So now it's like, well, I got one. What are the other ones? Now, how do I get to those endings? So, I mean, you definitely could. And then binge watching is...
There were some great tweets that I saw from, when Bandersnatch first was dropped around Christmas and people didn't really know what it was or that was Choose Your Own Adventure. They go, new Black Mirror, and they just played it and jumped into it. So there was an article I read that had a whole bunch of different tweets and people's reactions that was blowing their minds and all of that. And one of them was like, it's 11:30 at night, ready to snuggle in for a 90-minute movie and fall asleep. Sweet, new Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. 5 hours later, did I choose the right cereal? It's 4 in the morning, and I'm freaking out over my cereal choice.
I know, right? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Hey, which album did you choose? I chose like the Phantom one, the one that would have been the right one, and it was started PH something. So there was a black one on the left that you could have chosen, or the gray.
When you're at the store?
Yeah, the album.
I don't know if you noticed or not.
I didn't like the album that I chose.
I'll give a little clue. So before he goes to the store, that character that I told you I wish was in more and all of that, he basically tells him, if you're going to go design a video game, you need some inspirational music for building a video game, and he writes him a list of
I do vaguely recall that.
He writes them a list of albums to look for,
and one of the two are actually on that list.
One of the two's on the list. The other one's not on. The other one's not on the list.
Do you remember which one? Because the left one would have been the one I didn't pick.
The goofy name was the one that wasn't on the list.
No, it's not. It's album.
The album when he's at the
record store. I chose the one as a PH. It was like a gray
cover. That's the goofy one. That's the one that's not on the list.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah,
like I can see why it was not on the list.
It was his own stuff. It was mellow. I liked it.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be picking out the stuff that the other coder told him to pick out as inspiration.
Plus that probably actually helps lead the story along, I imagine.
Well, yeah,
if you can remember the whole thing.
There's all sorts of
the number? It was like you had to memorize it. They said the numbers, like, well, what number is it? And then you had to put the numbers in.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. I still don't think we put the right one. I'm going to take a guess. I already did that. Yeah. That's probably a good starting point of where the code is for the video game.
Okay.
You put in the right number code, it takes the video game.
That's a very good point. That actually makes it real good.
It'd be a good trigger for it. So, Black Mirror, can't go wrong with them. Bandersnatch,
I gotta say, it really is, and I think it's more than hopefully it's more than just a flash in a pan.
It left me definitely wanting more.
Yes.
And there's a whole lot more potential to go with all of that.
Yes.
As a filmmaker and creator, I've already. Like my mind's already been wandering with that one. The 360 movie that I've been talking about forever, Wiley Place, with 6 friends that go to a stag party and get lost in a little block radius and all stumble around throughout the entire night.
Sure.
That to me would be like a choose your own adventure movie on the next level past this, because instead of clicking and choosing this option or that option for the 2D scene to trigger, you just go whatever direction you want. You follow whichever character you want. You watch whatever you want,
which is great. But that's got to be very difficult to film too. Are you kidding me? A 360, no less.
Well, that's the biggest hurdle right now with 360. Because
if I turn around and there's a girl back there and there's a guy back there and I want to watch and she leaves the room, can I watch? Am I stuck in this 360 or can I actually follow? You can't follow, right? It's locked on the 360.
That's camera with her, so you would just jump from that one right there in the middle to following her now,
right?
And you get to
talk about next level shit.
But see, that's the issue with really creating 360 feature length films and live action in 360 right now. Is how does the viewer move around the scene in the space?
Yeah.
Because the camera, even a 360 camera in the middle of the scene, is only gonna get the fronts of everything.
Yes.
And the first, like if I'm standing in a room full of people, the first thing I'm doing in a 360 universe is going and walking behind the people to see if I can see their backs.
Yeah.
And how do you shoot that and all that type of stuff?
Hi, Emily.
Everybody's checking in.
Hey, Emily.
Well, yeah. So that's for me. I'm waiting a couple more steps on the technology level with that idea because I think it's great. And
I think that's smart.
The way I think that has to work is I think you have to capture the entire environment your story is going to take place in. So, for example, this story I'm talking about is set over a 6-block radius.
Okay.
So that entire 6-block radius and every building that you could potentially go in, every room that's going to have a scene and all of that is all completely covered in 360 coverage without any actors or anything in it. So you get all of that coverage, then you bring it into a computer that stitches it all together, so you can move throughout the entire block radius,
sure,
and it's all 360 coverage from all angles.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to go and shoot your actors, your live action actors, on a full green screen stage where you can record them from all angles and all of that stuff, and then have the computer take just the character out of it and place them to where you need in the 360 sphere of all of that.
Whoever programs that's got to be a genius, because that sounds way too complicated.
Yeah, it's
way too complicated.
Just logistically, I can't comprehend or imagine any other way that it works where you're going to get all of the footage that you need covering all angles that people are going to go look to in that.
Right.
Because somebody's going to go look behind the couch and
of course, look under the couch, see if something's whatever, just to do it because you can. There's people who play video games who they skirt the edges to try to get outside the game just because you can.
Don't get me started there, John. Yeah, you did it already.
What are you talking about?
I think I told you about this, but I'm not sure. I think I told you about this the other night when we were playing Red Dead Redemption. There's a method that's going around, a underground method where you can break out of the map on Red Dead Redemption.
Come on.
If you go fast enough against up a hill by the edge of the map, so you know the lower peninsula where Tumbleweed, the town Tumbleweeds is?
Yep, New Austin.
Yeah. If you try to get over the hill on the north side of that map,
I think we've tried it.
We didn't try it, but we were right there. But
I don't think we knew because we couldn't remember. We couldn't keep going up because it was the edge of the map.
Well, you have to have a cart to get up it because the cart doesn't have any stamina restrictions, so you can get a head of steam and it'll carry you up the hill.
Okay, so
they break out of the map and then they have to run around the whole outside of the map all the way around the peninsula to the southern spot, basically directly underneath where they are, and down there is an ocean. And you can run out over the ocean like it was regular ground.
Okay.
And then at a certain point, as you're running out over the ocean, so you'll fall off the map and just drop down and disappear and you'll die. But when you respawn, you'll respawn in the Cuba map that you go to for the 1-story mission.
Really?
Yeah, and you have the whole.
But what's in the Cuba map?
The whole basically,
everyone's there and everything? It's
not
like
people.
NPCs?
Yep.
Oh, so it's just the map.
There's some NPCs there. There's a whole lot of parrots and exotic birds and all that.
But you can't really do anything there.
You can do everything you do
really?
everywhere else.
Because there's another one
stores to buy.
There's another one that says you could go to Canada. I'm not kidding. I saw it. I didn't watch the video, though.
Is there...
Supposed to go to Canada. I'll watch it. I'll look it up after the show.
Is there a map there?
I didn't even watch the clip. I just said go to Canada and Red Dead Online. I was like, huh?
I saw another one that said that somebody found a way to break into a section of the map that was actually the map from Red Dead, the original Red Dead. And I
wouldn't be surprised.
And they're suspecting that the map is already built into there and all of that, and they're going to do a what's it called?
Flashback?
When you revamp and like a re-release of it.
A remake of Red Dead Redemption.
The original.
Underneath too, like it's almost like a DLC or something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And there's been people that are investigating all sorts of clues looking for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, talking a little about esports games here already. We're going to get into some more esports stuff. Our boys Elabs. Our boys at Elabs have their alpha test starting tonight. Sometime after 8 o'clock, he's expecting the app to be available in the App Store, and then we're going to be rocking and rolling.
But we're going to get these emails, though.
Hopefully. Maybe that's one of these notifications I keep getting blown up with, John.
Yeah, could be.
Is our invite email.
My phone's off.
So the Elabs alpha test, it's a closed alpha, so you have to go to their website and sign up for it, put your email address in, then they'll send you the closed link to join it. They've been real tight on the details here, John, building up the mystery.
What's an alpha? I mean, I can see why. I can see why.
But it's going to be a mobile gaming. I know they told me that there was a queue. You're going to be matched up with other people to play it. Obviously, give feedback, find the bugs, that type of stuff.
Sure.
They've given me nothing. I got nothing, guys, on what the game is. What type of game?
I was asking you earlier. I was definitely curious. Well, we'll see what it is. But
it require a remote?
It's a mobile game, so it's on your phone, so you don't need a remote. Your phone is the remote.
It's just imagine Words with Friends, except it's probably going to be way cooler than Words with Friends.
Well, let's hope.
But it's going to be something.
I like Words with Friends.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, of course you like Words with Friends.
We know.
Yeah, the cheater. Every time I brought
and then she bragged about it. She bragged about it.
Every time.
She was like, "Yeah, that's right, I did it."
Against the computer. Frick yeah.
Every single time Andrea plays Word with Friends and I pick up her phone afterwards and open the browser, she's got the...
I'm playing Scrabble.
What's the name of that website?
It's called Scrabble Finder.
And it just basically takes the...
will tell you, because it's different than Words with Friends.
Yeah, you just enter in what letter blocks do you have. We'll tell you all the words
you can make.
And which ones are the most points.
Yeah.
And, why don't you just let that thing play against you?
What you don't realize is the most points aren't necessary because they don't know where it lands on the board. Sometimes,
but they know
another spot.
They know on.
Maybe we lose by 30 points.
They know on the generic.
You're supposed to be using your damn noodle. You're not supposed to be using some computer program.
Not always.
So Elabs, I know these guys. They're busting their ass. They got a great team together. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say whatever they're rolling out is gonna be better than Words with Friends because. Words with Friends.
I got to make the assumption. I got to assume that too.
Yeah. So I don't think it's their game. I think it's like a mobile gaming licensing company that is partnered with them, and they're handling the tournament element of it for mobile gaming tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's I'm totally speculating here, folks. All I know, I've submitted my email. I'm waiting for my invite.
You and me both, buddy.
And the first person's ass I'm kicking is John.
Maybe I'll kick your ass.
weird part is I just got some crazy deja vu right now.
I had deja vu, I'm not even kidding, 5 minutes ago when we were talking about Bandersnatch. And I was going to say something, because how funny of all things, Bandersnatch, and I had deja vu.
I feel like somebody's
I feel like I'm not in
right
control.
Yeah.
You're not in control.
What did PAC stand for?
Play and control.
Was it? I thought it was something...
Play and control. And PAX was play and control system.
Oh, I thought there was a more technical one for the test that was being done.
Maybe, but PAC is...
Yeah, that was patient something.
Yeah, there was a more technical...
But again, you may have seen deeper in, because like I said, I don't think I saw the whole thing.
Did you get the Pac-Man explanation?
Yes.
Oh, that was brilliant. So awesome.
I'm pretty sure that was when he was on acid.
Yeah, that was the acid scene.
Oh, that was great. I was like, you're blowing my mind, bro.
Yeah.
You're blowing it.
And he's like, this isn't a fun game. It's not a happy game.
Yeah, no.
He escapes his nightmare and he comes, what happens? He comes in the other side.
He leaves through one tunnel, he comes right back in the other side. It's the same thing over and over.
He's like, it's a microcosm for life.
Oh, it's great. No, whoever wrote that was genius.
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Just blew my mind with Pac-Man.
Seriously.
And then to have that explanation about Pac-Man.
And then PAC, play and control.
And the explanation of all of it. I'm like, oh my God, it's been an experiment from the beginning.
I know, totally. All video games. Uh-oh.
All right, John, I've bought enough time here. We're queuing you up.
I'm ready to go.
For your voiceover commercial.
Let's see how this goes.
All right, John, you're up on deck.
Let's hit it. Kris and I might be getting older, but we're still avid gamers and early adopters. Elabs is one of our favorite new esports companies. They're merging esports gaming and blockchain technology to offer a cutting-edge experience. Their very first closed alpha test launches tonight. Visit their site to be one of the first to get invited to join a new experiment in esports.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm gonna be whooping, because that's what I like to play.
Dude, just because you had fun and you did okay in Red Dead Redemption Online once, that you got a couple MVPs, now you think you're this master video game player?
I collect MVPs, John.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, my favorite time to play games, at least online games when you're playing against other users, is early on, before all the freaks spend infinite amounts of hours trying to master and break in the... No, not the good players. The people that... Like, how a month after Red Dead Redemption is released, are you at 110 on your levels? That makes no sense. I couldn't even calculate the amount of consistent time it took. I didn't even think there was enough time in the day if you played 24 hours straight for a month to get to that level. Hell, I didn't even think it went over 99 before I saw it.
Tony's already way farther ahead than we are, and I thought that was strange.
Yeah, but Tony's way farther ahead than us, and he's at like level 38, and we're at 30.
Yeah.
So, and he plays a lot.
He does.
So
play
now
a lot,
he's at 38, and somebody's at 110.
Because they put all of their time into it. I don't know why. It's not even. It's fun, but it's not. There's not a lot to do.
Yeah, there's not enough to do to get to 110 in a month.
No, seriously. No, I got to agree with that.
Why do you want to get there that fast? Now there's even less to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just.
It blows my mind, John. So, Andrea, do we have any Discord questions?
We do.
Oh, excellent. Let me intro our little Discord section here.
No, seriously.
John, what time is it? We haven't had our sound effects in 2 weeks.
It's been I'm so sorry, but you know what time it is. Let's hit it.
Discord questions. If you want to ask us a question, you want to engage with the show, right now it's only through text-based until we get our Grid Fam up and running. So right here at the bottom of the screen, there's a link. We've got a new public link now, discord.me/Gratwick.
Very
nice. You can jump right into the Gratwick Discord, engage in all sorts of different games that we've got going on, trivia contests. You're the first to know about everything that's happening with Gratwick. You get the first opportunity to be a part of anything that's happening with Gratwick. The Discord server is where it's at. It's the place to be, John.
It is.
The P2B, as I like to call it.
That's a little too advanced for me, but I got you, the P2B.
We've got a couple questions about Red Dead R2.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Me and John like talking.
Thanks for stepping into the wheelhouse. Appreciate that one.
Yeah.
So,
first question, why is there no crossplay Red Dead Redemption?
You don't get to...
I want to go riding with Emily. No, I'm guessing the question's coming from Emily, and I'm going to say it right off the get-go.
Why, is she Xbox?
Of course she's Xbox.
Of course she's Xbox. Sorry, Em.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But let's hear the question.
She'd be an awesome... Oh, and remind me at the end of the Discord...
An awesome what?
She'd be
an awesome sentence cutter.
She'd be an awesome bandit to ride with. So we need her in the posse. So before this ends, this little segment here with Emily's question, because I did promise Emily I was going to explain to her the Ellie situation. I got ran through the mud, John, on Twitter the other night by a bunch of female gamers for standing up for him. We're going to talk about that after Emily's question.
Okay. So Emily wanted to know, what did you guys think of the RDR2 ending? Did you have a high honor or low honor? I don't know what that means, but apparently you should.
Oh, we know.
In the offline story?
Yeah, the story mode.
My honor was super high. I put it up high because actually, when you put your honor super high in a single player game, you get discounts on stuff in the stores and stuff. Online you don't, but in the store you do. You get a bonus for being good.
Other than that time. Oh no, that's online. The entire time I played the offline mode, my rating was high.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't even know. I didn't even know there was a discount because that's just my price because I'm a good guy.
But you actually see it. No, you actually see it. No.
She says she'd be an awesome bandit.
Of course she will. I already know that.
Well, you actually see that it says like price is grayed out and then your price, so you can see that you're actually paying less. It shows you.
Yeah,
that's okay. You probably didn't buy a whole lot. I know a lot of people didn't buy a whole lot, but online,
John has
my honor is 1.
Yeah, John
zero honor. I don't care.
He's the bad dude.
I don't care.
Anytime there's bad shit that's got to get done, we put John.
I'll do it. I'll shoot first and ask questions later. I'll shoot a baby in a video game.
The offline. I really like the main story.
Yeah.
The first epilogue to me was...
I didn't really push through the epilogue.
Oh, dude. The first epilogue you got to push through.
It's like a drudgery.
Yeah, the first epilogue's a waste of time. But the second epilogue is important because it's a button on the entire main story.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Because you did send me that message. Like, you got to get through it.
It all kind of comes back around and all of that. So with the second epilogue included,
okay,
I really liked it. Gave a lot of good closure in that. It's got me really curious on what happens with the Marston family because I guess isn't his son the one that you're playing in Red Dead Redemption, the first one?
You're Marston, but I don't know if you're John Marston.
No, you're not. You're Jack. You're Jack Marston. The son that.
Oh, see, I didn't know. So this is
so
Red Dead 2 is a prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. No, I didn't even realize.
Just told me Red Dead 1 is after Red Dead
2. Dude, really?
That's what you just said.
You played the first one and you didn't know that it was after this one, that this was a prequel?
Yeah, but I was so high when I played the first one.
Right from the second.
Plus, it was long story, and there was a time when I didn't want to bury all my time into a story game.
This is why there's a lot of whispers that it could be an expansion and a re-release and ported to the PS4 because it's actually a sequel. So all the people that haven't played the first one because it was so long ago would be chomping at the bit to play the original one.
That's interesting. I really didn't pay much attention to it. To be honest, there's someone at work. She said she wants to get it, but she wants to play the first one first. But now it's knowing this, I'll be like, hey, well, this is actually a prequel, so you don't have to. You can play 2 first.
So you know the kid that's in the camp the whole time, and at one point
you got to rescue the kid at one point, and that's why he's in the camp.
Yeah, he goes. The mobster gets him. Another point. What is our main character's name?
I can't even remember. I remember Marston.
John?
No, that's the secondary.
That's the secondary. Why can't I remember his name? Arthur. So Arthur takes the boy fishing. He's like, "Oh, will you take Jack fishing?" Yeah, that's the kid. That's the main character.
Oh, I didn't even put them together.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay.
Because the whole time I was playing it,
that makes sense.
I had known that the Red Dead Redemption was
about
Marston.
In it. Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, John Marston. This must be the guy that. So the whole time I was playing it, I was expecting the epilogue to set us up for Red Dead Redemption, the original one, and I thought something was going to bad happen to John and the wife and all of that, and that was going to set it all up. And then shortly around that point in time, I realized it was the son.
Emily has clarification.
You're
John in the first one. Jack the son comes in during the epilogue of the first one.
So you are John. Arthur Morgan.
There you go.
Morgan.
Dude,
thank you.
I had the longest beard you could have with Arthur the whole time.
Did you actually use the hair grower to make it longer?
Yeah, that's the only way you get to the max length.
I didn't get long enough,
and you're being corrected. You are incorrect, Chris. John is the main protagonist in the first one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, see, that's what I had thought going the whole way through, Marston. And then somewhere, like, whether it was Reddit or somewhere, they had said it was Jack, and I was like, all right.
That's why when I saw John, I was like, oh shit, this is the guy from the original.
That's what I thought. I
think it's even the same voice actor, even.
Yeah, he looked a lot slicker than Arthur once you start the epilogue.
Oh yeah,
nice outfit and that.
Oh yeah,
I like this. So
couldn't hold on to his wife though.
All right, so let's dive in to the female gamers that attacked me online, John. So, are you familiar with?
Maybe rightfully so.
Not rightfully so. This is 100% not rightfully so.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Ellie story?
No, you don't.
So
Ellie?
Yes. No. So apparently there was this viral sensation amongst the Overwatch community in December.
Okay.
Ellie, a new female gamer account that had been created, was tearing up the leaderboards on Overwatch and all of this, and She within 2 weeks, she had made such a name for herself that she got recruited to play on one of the professional teams.
Now, had anyone seen her play, or it's just like her name was Ellie and just no one really knew, she didn't talk or anything?
She presented herself as a female gamer on social media and all that. Nobody had seen her as a person. So once she got on this professional game team and all of that, different news sources and that wanted to talk, female gamer, game team and all of that.
Right.
Turned down all the interview requests, this, that, and the other thing. And then she goes on social media and says, I'm quitting the professional league before she even started because I'm being harassed about being a professional gamer and it's so terrible. Oh, I'm getting just brutally harassed and chased out of the professional game.
Okay.
So then the social media justice warriors got themselves in an uproar.
Okay.
This is horrible. You scumbags are harassing women so bad. And yes, women are getting harassed on gaming and all. I'm not denying that. We're dealing with Ellie. So everyone all gets empathetic and upset because Ellie got run out of professional gaming and all of that. So after everybody's in an uproar and a tizzy, it comes out that Ellie is actually a professional Overwatch player that's a dude that thought it'd be a hysterical social experiment to pretend to be a girl so he could see what it's like to be harassed as a girl and then make a big scene about freaking quitting the professional league because the harassment was so bad. So now the entire internet's in an uproar about this female gamer that got chased out of professional gaming, and they're all, this is a shining example of what the female gamer deals with. Da, 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 da. So this one woman put a post up and she's got all sorts of comments on it and all this, that, and the other thing, and they're all lambasting the internet community for attacking women gamers and all of that. And I'm like, does it matter at all that Ellie was a dude? And we're all worried about how bad Ellie got harassed. I'm like, what I care about is the real female gamers.
Yeah.
Give me a real voice.
Yeah.
Tell me what they're going through. Put someone that's a face on it. Instantly, we don't need your shit on this stuff in today. Oh, what are you talking about? Real females. What's a real female to you? And I'm
someone who doesn't have a dick.
I respond, yeah. And I didn't want to be that crude with it because it's a company. And I'm like, somebody that's actually a female? And then another argument, what's your definition of a female and all this? I'm like,
the
really?
dude said he was a dude. Like that's all it is.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, slow down, outrage queen. And immediately she starts bashing me about, oh, you're just a dude. Typical misogynistic response. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Like, would you rather I pose as a female and bitch about it and then tell you I'm a male?
I'm sitting here saying there's enough female gamers out there that are getting harassed unrightfully so that we should have empathy and sympathy for the actual real females that are having this happen. And you can't even read the Twitter response enough to interpret it correctly because you just want to be angry. You want to be outraged. Oh, dude, bash the dude.
That's been a theme on this show since it started, since restarted. Everyone needs to be angry.
You're in such a rush to be angry and outraged. Yeah. You don't even know who the friends are and who the foes are.
Right.
Like, I'm sitting here saying, like, there's enough female gamers that are being harassed that if we're going to like, have a watershed moment, let's have it with a real female gamer that can talk about what she's going through, experiencing all of this stuff.
I actually just saw...
Not the dude playing fucking Ellie.
Yeah, I just saw on YouTube, there's actually, because I do watch some streamers, and I do watch some female streamers sometimes. I don't really watch them live streaming because they stream when I'm not around, but I'll check them out. One girl, she posted, she's like, hey, you know what? I'm completely, I feel disconnected and everything, and it's tough. And I've seen her even on air. She's like, don't talk like that. Don't say things like that. And I'm not watching the chat because I don't care. But it's boom, boom, boom. So I can see the harassment, and then they just take it to, some streamers will turn it so it's just people who, I don't know what it's called, but who they just pay. The people who just pay, not the subscribers, because on YouTube you can subscribe and that's free. But then you can support them by paying money monthly, and then she makes it just so those people aren't, and those people aren't as toxic.
Let's get into something real more important.
Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
Who are these people that are outraged by female gamers?
Like, who cares?
Like, this is such nonsense.
Yeah.
Number one, there's so many games out there. There's so many online games out there.
So many.
There needs to be as many players as possible, so these queues are full and there's people to play against and all of that.
Yeah.
And again,
tell you it's not women harassing other women while playing.
Yeah, of course it's not. The whole.
I love that you admitted it. Of course, it's not.
Nobody said it. Nobody said it was.
Well, women harass women, but women harass women, but in a different way.
Stop. Let me finish what my actual thought that I'm saying here now. It's absolutely ridiculous that there's this many people harassing female gamers out there. When did no girls allowed still be cool after 10? Like after 10, like. I'd rather have more girls than guys.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's a sausage party. Woo!
Yeah, I know. Great.
Who's upset that it's not a sausage party out there? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, I could play games with a hot chick, or I could play with another dude. Great. So here's what I'm going to say. And this might be a little bit of controversy, but I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Okay.
I don't think these people actually hate that there's female gamers and all of that. I think that they hate that these female gamers are actually competitive and better than them or getting more attention than them.
Yeah.
Like, she's only getting attention because she's a pretty female. That's part of it, too. But she's also still playing the game just like anyone else. Whether you're funny, pretty, or whatever, you've got your shtick.
You can be a shitty player, but as long as you've got your shtick, and you're up there and you're good. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, you're fat or skinny. It doesn't matter. If you got it, use it.
So it's just mind-numbing to me to think that there's this legion of dudes out there like, girls got to get out of gaming. What? Why? Do you really want to go to a gaming convention and see all dudes?
Yeah, why would you want that anyway?
There's no upside to dudes can only play video games.
I'm guessing because it's just the ego that dudes always, that's how it was traditionally been. It's like, hey, women can do all the same things. They can play video games better than a lot of guys too. It's the same thing.
I'm going to tell you a little bit of jealousy I have. When I go onto the Red Dead Redemption 2 Reddit page and all of that, there's at least every time I go on there, I see a different thread and all of this about somebody talking about how their girlfriend loves Red Dead Redemption 2. They're playing it together. They're in a posse together, all this, that, and the other thing. And like, I'm just in awe. I would love my girlfriend to play video games with me.
I know, right?
I try to get her to play video games with me all the time.
And that's the same response right there, just nothing.
Too many buttons.
Yeah, she just wants.
No, don't buy this. Don't buy this bullshit.
She said the stick and the button. That's what she wants to go like this. That's it.
Stick and one button on
See?
top. I don't even want the extra button.
Stop. No. She just says that as an excuse because we found games that are one button games and she still won't touch them. Still won't.
No, because she just wants.
Now they're boring because they're one button.
Because she just wants to mash the button and wiggle the controller. She doesn't want to like swing the bat and push when you have to swing. She just wants to just go like this and play, dude. And then she won. Look how good I am.
Olympics. Those are fun. Joystick. One button.
No, they don't make them.
You know another gaming arena that like has issues with women or did at one point in time was the poker community. We have female poker players. Are you kidding me? Like, I used to love when there was female poker players at the table. First of all, the conversation's always more funny and dynamic. There's a little bit of curb appeal at the table now instead of all these little humps sitting around.
Guys, Kayla's watching. Say hey to Kayla.
Oh, we got Kayla up here.
Oh,
nice, ladies. What's up? Did you ladies play? I almost called you ladies guys. Do you ladies play video games at all? We're looking for more ladies to add to our posse.
Seriously, I just froze up.
Like, it's just
just froze up.
I don't know. Maybe it's the heterosexual dude in me, but I'd so much rather play video games with girls than dudes.
Hello, especially randoms. If I'm with friends, it's one thing.
I think it's just guys that are bitter because girls are better at video.
Yeah,
like they got beat by a girl is better than them in a video game.
Do I care?
Or again, they're jealous because they're trying to start their little streaming channel and nobody's watching because they're not entertaining. They've got no personality. They're clearly an angry hater. Yeah. And over here is this funny, cute girl that's got a huge following on her gaming streaming channel.
And she happens to kick ass too.
And so they just can sit there and be resentful. Oh, it's only because she's a girl. She shouldn't be here. Like, come on, man.
You got to grow up. You got to lose the ego. You got to.
The no girls allowed like went out with the clubhouse.
Dude, it's so ridiculous. On a lighter note, and I know we're going to hit another question. I think I discovered.
She also plays Call of Duty online.
Who does?
I do too. Little one. I got Call of Duty 4. Word up.
Here's what we need.
So okay.
we need more female gamers.
Char likes to watch them. Doesn't play.
But we need more female gamers that have PlayStations. Emily, get rid of that Xbox thing. Them big wonky controllers with your little female hands. Come on, you can't be dealing with them wonky controllers. Get the PlayStation.
That's too funny, and I lost my train of thought. So,
sorry, John.
It's okay. It doesn't take much nowadays. Getting old.
Didn't mean to run you down.
Getting old.
Oh, speaking of run you down, John, I've been pretty obsessed recently with freaking. I lost my notes here. With Johnny Cash, God's gonna have to run you. Sooner or later, God's gonna run you down. Oh, that song is so awesome.
My friends back home would probably know the song. I don't know the song.
You might know it from hearing it in movies as soon as you hear the beginning, but it's pretty sweet.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what you could probably do there, John? While Andrew's queuing up the next question, you could probably open YouTube in your browser.
Well, I'm sure I could.
And
just take a second.
And you could knock out. You could play that real quick. So, Johnny Cash, Run You Down. That's all you got to put in there. Run you down.
Oh, M says, you get an Xbox.
Oh!
Everyone else. Oh, and Rachel and Kay also play Call of Duty. Oh!
Do they play on the Xbox or do they play on the PlayStation? If you ladies are on a PlayStation and I don't have a friend request in my box by the time I boot up my PlayStation, we're gonna have problems. There it is, John. The second one. Play the second one. Play the second one. There we go. Here we go.
There's no such thing as a perfect round.
Oh,
Isn't this great? This is amazing. I love this song. It sounds like a commercial.
We're giving somebody extra airtime on their commercial. Skip that, Graham. Here we go.
Of course.
You know, Johnny always wore black.
Well, Johnny did wear black.
He wore black because he identified with the poor and the...
Well, it's only $2.49.
That was nice of Johnny.
Yeah. A little Iggy Pop over there. You see that?
Yeah, it's got everybody in there. This is a fan-made video.
Oh.
Oh, we're dressed in all black here, John? That's perfect time for some Johnny Cash.
I know, right?
For a long time.
Chris Christopherson.
For a long time. Sooner or later, gonna have you down. Sooner or later, gonna have to cut you down. So while we're rocking out to Johnny Cash here, are we closed on the Discord questions, or do we have any last second ones? Kayla and Rachel, throw us a random question real quick. You got anything for us?
They play on Xbox. Oh, and it appears you found the difference.
I found the fatal flaw with the female gamers, John.
Go for the Xbox.
I've actually...
Here's my question. Why do you guys like, specifically, the PlayStation 4 as opposed to the Xbox?
Number one, the controllers. Why are the sticks offset? It drives me nuts. My hand, the sticks are offset, and I can't coordinate correctly.
Would a joystick help?
There's two joysticks. Yeah,
one right in the middle.
No, it wouldn't help. No, it wouldn't help. No.
The controller is big and wonky, and the sticks are off-centered. But I think we found the fatal flaw with female gamers. They apparently we're 3-0 on Xbox players. So they're apparently the ones keeping Xbox in business. Now I know why there's issues with female gamers.
Well, the female gamers I watch, the female gamers that I've seen, they're either PS4 or computer. I've never seen an Xbox streamer at all, to be honest. Not that these girls stream. I don't know if you stream, ladies, but...
Ladies, come to the PlayStation. We'll embrace you.
I think you got a 3 against 1 on the Xbox there, buddy.
The whole point.
Sooner or later, someone's going to cut your Xbox down.
But the whole point is, I look at the monitor and you're looking at me because you're looking at you, and you're looking at me when I look at you. It's the weirdest thing.
You're looking at me, looking at you, looking at me.
So anyway, what they have to do is they have to make games cross-platform. That's the whole point. Then you can have your Xbox and will be PS4, and you can cross-platform. Fortnite does it.
Rocket League and Fortnite.
Oh, Rocket League does it too? Yeah. Oh, that's right, they do.
Rocket League and Fortnite are two free, lowbrow games, but the AAA games just can't embrace like crossplay. Yeah. And at this point in time, there's so many games out there. Again, you get the fractured community.
Yeah.
There's half people playing on Xbox, half people playing on PlayStation. Imagine if they were all playing on the same, because they're already playing the same game on the same servers. Now there's full rooms.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. And they should all do it, especially since Fortnite, like you said, is free. Rocket League was free. It's only like $4.
Shut us down before we get another ad in here.
Oh yeah, seriously, it's
no free advertising.
They say if you're willing to buy a PS4 for them, they will totally stream with you.
Dude, ladies, I totally would do it. I would.
Stop. These two ladies are banking. They're both high level surgeons. They're doctors of their field. They're doctors of their field, John.
Doctors, ladies, I didn't know this.
They can go to a used EB Games. I don't think EB Games is around anymore.
Emily would like one.
GameStop.
She would totally like one.
Of course they want one. Because they're stuck playing Xbox. Of course they want a PlayStation.
Yeah, hello.
But
she has a PS2.
You can get a used PlayStation. You can get a used PS4 for less than $200. So no excuses, ladies.
You really can.
No excuses. Let's get it on. We need more posse members.
No, you're the one trying to get them to play with you. You provide the gifts to get them to want to play.
No.
Hey, if they want to play with dudes that embrace the female gamer, I'm right here ready to play with you.
I understand. I'll explain.
I embrace you, ladies. Not in a creepy way. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a difference between
They're not listening to me. I can just rant right now. Nobody's even paying attention.
Shouldn't you be able to play together?
Because they purposely close that off. Because the AAA, high...
They close it so they can sell to the Xbox, and they can sell, and then they can just keep it all separate. So they can make their money different ways. That's what they do.
It's all about money. But once again, it's all about money in a way that if you did it, you'd make more money.
Yeah.
If they say there are people who are excellent at games, like they're going to tournaments, they're professionals.
You mean players now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're only playing on one form. They're excellent of all the people on PlayStation. They're excellent of all the people on Xbox. They haven't played each other because they're not on the same platform.
That's why we like
to play.
But that's why we like the cross-platform, because then you can have people who are on the computer. Then the people can play on the computer, can play the PS4, can play the Nintendo, can play.
If we're fracturing the competition, how do we find out who's the best?
Exactly.
You can't find out who's the best until the best plays the best.
You can only find out who's the best on said platform.
You got to play the best to be the best.
Yeah.
Rachel says she'll get a GoFundMe started for it.
You know what? You'd probably get it.
I'll throw you $5.
I'll throw you $5 or $10 for that.
So
Emily's been saving up for her big surprise for someone else, so I totally think she deserves a nice surprise.
Let's put a button on the Discord questions.
Bye Discord questions. We miss you.
No more Discord questions.
Oh, you sure? No more Discord questions. All right, I'm bringing in a new one.
Oh.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so Johnny Wingman, do you want to go first or second on the bullet blitzes?
I will go first. I don't have the best, and I think yours are much deeper and better. But on to the bullet blitzes. So,
all right. What do you got?
being said, let me look at my notes here. So, the day after Christmas. I know it's been a few weeks, so I'm going to have to talk about that.
It is not the day after Christmas.
It is clearly not the day after Christmas.
Well,
however, on the day after Christmas, I had off of work.
Boxing Day.
And I said, what am I going to do?
Don't go to the stores.
I'm going to go to the Grove because I haven't been there in a while,
Are you kidding me? That's the day you decided you wanted to go to the Grove?
That's the whole thing. So anyway. So I look at my phone and I look at the Google Maps.
Did you not know it was the day after Christmas?
I just didn't think about it. I hadn't been off the day after Christmas for like 7 or 8 years, so I didn't think about it.
It's hard to even remember it's Christmas.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I'm saying?
So anyway, so I'm looking to see if the Barnes & Noble's still there.
That had to be a reality check when you got there.
I thought it may have been like torn down because I knew like some other stores were like they were just done. So I went and I looked on the Google Maps and I saw it and it was still there and it said last time you visited the Grove 2 years ago, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't been there in a while. So I went there and don't go there.
Walk through the crowds.
Why would you do that, John? I didn't even think. Like, what a dumbass. So, just long story short, it was fun, people watching and cool, but ultimately
it's a good place for day drinking.
It was a lot of if I drank. That being said.
I knew there was a reason
I felt that was What is the? Shut the fuck up. What do you think is the worst time to go to the mall or shopping?
Oh, the day after Christmas.
Like it's not the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, dude, that freaking Black Friday crap at 4 a.m. and you're out of your mind.
At 4 a.m., dude, it extends to Thanksgiving now. They started all the black sales on Thursday, on Thanksgiving.
You're just looking for violence and you have a taste for blood if you go out that early to these stores and stuff. In the day and age of Amazon, like, get a life.
No, I'm just saying.
Like seriously, you're only going out there because you want the siege. You want to fight for something. You want to elbow people.
I just went out because I hadn't been out in so long. I was like, I got to get out and see something. Yeah. So I was like, I hadn't been to the Grove. I worked there. It was interesting, but there were definitely like in the farmers market area, no seats were available, and there were tons of people. But
how do you not get there and you're like, oh shit, it is the day after Christmas?
Because I love people, and I wanted to go get that book. I wanted to go get the book, and I got it. Sometimes you got to go through the
house to buy a book.
While you're waiting in line, you can read that book.
When's the last time?
When's
the last time somebody under 40 left the house to get a book?
Apparently the day after Christmas, because that's when I went.
John, again.
So you think the day...
Amazon, it's your friend.
You know what happens with Amazon?
I don't like Amazon.
Suddenly
you can buy books?
bought it, and now you're waiting 2 weeks when you were told it would be there
for a digital book.
Apparently,
I don't want a digital book. I want a hard copy.
Of course, old man. I gotta hold my book.
Gotta go hard copy.
Did you hear?
Dude, my vision's shitty enough.
Don't you like being able to stretch the letters bigger so you can?
Right.
I mean, I do like that, but if I
the difference between digital and physical, the new Lego game that just got taken away, the Lord of the Rings one.
Huh?
You saw that, didn't you? It was all over Twitter.
No, what are you talking about?
There's a new Lego video.
Okay, I understand that.
Released digital and from Warner Brothers, digital and also the physical copy. They've already pulled it from the shelves because there's licensing issues. So everyone who had digital, you don't get it. The few people who had the physical copy still get to keep the.
But what if the people who downloaded the game?
It's gone.
Oh, it is.
It's gone.
Listen,
you lost your money. You lost your game.
Well, that's what you get for buying Lord of the Rings Lego anyway. Truth be told, I mean, you're really asking.
Exactly.
You're really.
Can I be a Lego guy that just walks? Here's your game.
Dude, I've played and people are like, oh, they're so fun. They're not that fun. The Lego games are not that fun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if Kindle disappears, you'll lose your library.
Although I wonder if the girls that are still watching these, have you played the Lego games? Do you girls like the Lego games?
Are you saying only girls play Lego games, John?
I'm just asking. What are you talking about? It's the girls who are commenting. I know they're watching. Why would I ask somebody who's not watching?
Cheap shots at female gamers, John?
See, what do you
have to shred you?
Ladies, you see what he's doing? He's trying to divert all the negativity towards me. Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
This is how you
shouldn't do that to each other.
This is how you intentionally misinterpret context and create outrage.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Thanks for turning it towards me. You know what? This is how we're moving on.
What kind of social media handle can we give of John so people can start harassing him?
Let's go.
This guy hates female gamers.
Like, I can't.
You're so mean.
All right, my bullet blitz.
Let's go.
All right, John. The NFL coaching carousel has spun. I want you to rank the opening jobs in order of appeal if you were applying.
Okay, well, tell me what the jobs are.
I've got the list right here.
Beautiful.
Jets, Broncos, Bucks, Dolphins, Cardinals, Bengals, and we're going to pretend the Packers haven't hired a coach yet today.
No.
Browns.
I'd have said Packers number one anyway.
Packers and Browns.
I'd have put Packers and Browns probably as the 1 and 2. Because you got Rodgers and then you got Baker Mayfield as the number one pick, and he did okay after he lost Hugh Jackson. I mean, I don't know.
I might put the Browns ahead of.
I mean, maybe that's a good
team
point.
Is stacked right now, and if you're actually a good coach and
that's a good point because Green Bay's not stacked. They have Aaron Rodgers.
Who was the interim for the Browns? Was it Greg Williams that came in, or was he the interim?
The defensive coordinator. I think he was. Greg Williams was the defensive coordinator for the Browns, who's now the coach. Who is now not the coach, right? Did they hire someone yet? No, they didn't.
No, the Browns haven't hired anyone yet.
Right.
He's getting interviewed for the job. Don't make that mistake. Trust me, we've been down that road.
Yeah, seriously. The rest of the teams, I seriously don't care about. I seriously don't care. I know the Jets are in your division, but I don't care.
I put the Jets ahead of the rest because I think Sam Darnold's going to be at least decent with a right coaching staff.
But how about the rest of the team? It's the way it's built.
I think the Dolphins is the worst one.
Cardinals have Rosen, so they have a shot. Didn't you want Rosen?
I did want Rosen, but he didn't look good this year.
But maybe it's the coach. I mean, you saw what happened with Goff. With Fisher, he couldn't do it, and then McVay comes in and boom. Now
I'd put the Dolphins and Broncos as the last two jobs.
Yeah, I'd probably do that as well.
Tannehill's fool's gold, if there ever was any.
Yeah.
And now you've got three good quarterbacks.
And who's Denver? Case Keenum? Come on, bro.
Yeah, they need a quarterback big time. The whole defense is still old.
Yeah.
And the Bucks, I'd probably put the Bucks probably tied with the Jets.
Yeah, but that's the middle to the bottom. That's not really the top.
Well, Packers, Browns, Jets, Bucks. The Bucks have a lot of talent on that team, especially on offense.
I'd have to put the Bucks above the Jets.
Fitzmagic. But
who do the Jets have? Darnold. Who else?
Yeah.
We have a response from the ladies about the Legos.
Of course.
Shar, kind of bored. Says they're kind of bored.
I hear you, Shar.
Good choice, Shar.
Play Lego games.
Yeah.
Mostly play for the achievement
Yeah.
store.
They're not very fun.
They're all right.
They're not fun.
Action.
Yeah,
exactly. They're lame.
Come ride my posse.
Thanks, ladies.
I'll take you some action.
That doesn't sound weird at all.
I'll show you how to break out of the map.
So,
all right, you're up, John.
Break out of the map. Go to Canada. All right, moving on.
We're gonna have to do that at some point. We're making a run for Canada.
My second and last bullet blitz, because I think we're only doing two nowadays,
two.
Is actually about football as well. It's actually about the Chicago Bears. Whom I could give two shits about because I'm a Lions fan and I could give two shits about them too right now. But that being said, they did
have a disdain for the Bears rather than an apathetic attitude towards them.
They do like. I just have an apathetic towards the Lions. Is really where it's at. Chicago Bears just lost their playoff game. They just lost it by a field goal, as a matter of fact. And the way they lost it
trust me.
Was the kicker rattled it off the upright and then the crossbar. He had two chances to clear it and he didn't. But in hindsight, we do now know that it was deflected slightly, just a little bit, but enough to alter the course. So
we got a tip.
My question to you is: what is one of the worst plays you've made playing any sport?
Video game?
Any sport? No, real sport, not a video game. Any sport.
Worst plays I've ever made.
Yeah. I can go first and make it easier, give you a second so you can think.
John, I don't make bad plays.
Okay. What you do in the video game? So you must in real life.
Like a true.
Let's just be honest.
Like a true pro.
Oh Jesus!
I forget the bad plays the moment after they happen.
Are you like RG3? I don't watch the negative plays. I don't want to learn from the negative plays. No, I'm not watching that. Just show me the ones where I do good.
Just like a great cornerback, you get beat for a touchdown. It never happened. Let's line up and go again.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'm just going to tell you because what a cop out. What the shittiest cop out. You say don't swear, and you just give me reasons to swear. So one of the worst plays I've made is hockey. That was my main sport growing up.
Shoot it on your own goalie?
No, but I actually made the cardinal mistake that all horrible people
John,
do. What did I do?
You don't try a drop pass.
No. It was the other one. It was coming out of the zone. Coming from the defensive zone, what do? Never throw it up the middle. And then during a playoff game, I threw it right up the middle, and someone took it and scored, and I was the heel for the rest because we lost the playoff game, and that was it. So that was probably it was a bar league, but still, it hurt. You know, I hate making those mistakes. Man.
I don't think Ernie's watching, but Ernie used to have a sweet saying that I'm sure he stole from somewhere else.
I'm sure.
But it was, if you do a drop pass, you know where the next face-off's going to be.
Yeah, center ice.
Yep.
He definitely stole that, dude. I've heard that. I think your boy used it. What was your boy who does the announcing? He was CBC, was in Canada before he came to you guys?
Boy. That's definitely Ernie's boy, though. Don Cherry.
No, not Cherry. I love Cherry, but it was
some Cherry.
It was one of the guys who did the play-by-play with him, though, and he does it for Buffalo now. Who's the guy who does play-by-play?
Oh, that guy hasn't done it for Buffalo in years. You're talking about that old guy that was with Jenneret for a few seasons.
Or did you mean Jenneret?
No, it was Jenneret.
No.
There you go. You got
Jenneret's the guy who's been announcing with you guys.
Jenneret never did Hockey Night in Canada or CBC or anything like that.
Retired?
But he had a color guy.
Oh, maybe it was the color guy.
Yeah, he had a color guy.
I'd say old white dude, but that's everyone in hockey.
It's not Harry Neal.
It wasn't Harry Neal. I don't
know. It was an old timer that.
I don't know, but I was a huge fan. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Ernie didn't invent that, and I did love Don Cherry too, even though he's a senile old man now.
All right, John. Last bullet blitz.
Let's get it moving.
Let's pack this show up.
Pack it up.
How many of the Golden Globe Best Pictures have you seen so far? And of the ones you haven't seen, which ones do you want to see? We'll take them one at a time.
Talk
here, John.
to me.
We'll start with the bottom to top and ending with the winner. The bottom one is...
What do you mean bottom one? They told you the voting results of who got the last one?
If Beale Street could
That's
talk...
rude.
That's the... No.
Haven't seen it?
I haven't even heard of it.
What would you say your interest level is?
0, dude. I haven't even heard of it. What's it about? No, see, you don't even know.
I don't know.
Let's answer it together. Would you see it?
I'm intrigued to know what happened on Beale Street. If Beale Street could talk, clearly Beale Street's got some secrets, John.
If you could watch it and then talk to me and say, it's worth watching, I'd be like, check it out.
I can't tell you what Beale Street would say.
No, you won't. You won't.
That's not the Beale Street.
You won't give the spoiler, but you'll be like, hey, you know what, John? Maybe you should listen to what Beale Street has to say. It's something interesting, and I would maybe watch it.
A Star is Born?
Is that based on the original? The Kris Kristofferson?
I don't know.
Oh, they're all remakes. Good point.
It has Lady Gaga and
Lady Gaga and
Bradley Cooper.
Oh shit.
The Coop.
I mean, before you said that, I was interested to see the remake because it is a remake, and maybe I'm interested to see it, but I probably won't see it.
Why don't you see the Judy Garland remake? I heard that one's
really
good.
I have no interest in seeing that movie.
Too, that they have it. I think it's
just because I remember seeing A Star Is Born as a kid. My mom was a huge Kris Kristofferson fan. She watched it. She liked it. I liked it.
I don't even need to see this movie, and I could tell you the beats of this movie because there's been a million movies that are similar to this one. Sure. Speaking of, how many times are we going to make that freaking movie? You know what Andrea made us watch last night?
What?
The Meg.
The Meg.
Made that one before.
Yes, they have.
The Meg,
it used to be called Jaws. Then it was called,
The Meg is for the shark. Oh,
then it was called Deep Blue. Then it was called there was another one.
What was the one with Sam Jackson when the sharks
Samuel Jackson?
The sharks got intelligent.
I'm pretty sure it's a Deep Blue.
It could have been.
There was another one with LL Cool J.
Yep.
Yeah. They're like, get out of here with the shark story. It's been done. Oh, we took a dinosaur shark. Oh, it's so different. But guess what, John? They were out in the water. They were trapped out there, and the shark attacked their boats. It beat their boats. It ate some people.
Correction, it's the 4th movie, the 3rd remake. They've only remade it 3 times.
What?
The Meg?
Star is Born.
Oh,
yeah, but I'm saying there's a million different movies that all have that same beat.
And Sean loves the Meg.
Silver Linings
Playbook
is basically A Star is Born. Like, I mean, get out of here. So, okay, no go on that one. The next one is Black Klansman.
Please tell me it's a comedy.
Yes, Spike Lee. Apparently, I think it's actually based on a true story.
I'd consider watching it.
I totally want to watch this one. I've been wanting to watch it forever.
Never heard of it at all, but it sounds interesting.
It looks like it's probably gonna be funny as hell. I don't mind Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I don't mind Spike Lee movies.
Right.
Him as a person.
I don't know him as much as a person, but some of his movies are funny.
Here's all you need to know: he's a Knicks fan and sits courtside at the Knicks games, and
I could see when you had Ewing back in the day, maybe,
and inserts himself into the game action.
Oh, does he?
And probably has more influence than the bum Knicks do because they're terrible. So
that wouldn't be worth watching.
Black Klansman's a check mark.
Thumbs up.
Next one, Black Panther.
I've already seen it. That was up for that. What did that win? That won an award?
No, these are all the best pictures runner-ups.
Oh, the runners-up. Okay. I saw the Black Panther. I actually enjoyed it. I know people didn't. I know Cartman didn't like it. He bitched about it all the time. I enjoyed it. because I watched it for what it was, and maybe everyone can find hidden messages like it was this and it was that and it was a race in Africa. It doesn't matter. Was the movie good? Was it fun and entertaining? That's all I was looking for. Is it some great movie that needs to win awards? I don't know about that, but it was an interesting movie.
I liked it the first time I saw it when it was called The Lion King. But
I guess
Deep Blue Sea has Samuel and LL.
There it is.
Fair enough.
There you go.
We got a fact checker.
Thank you.
So
Our ladies are all helping.
Black Panther, it was all right. It's not one of my more favorite Marvels.
Because it expanded the universe. That's what I'm looking for. Because the Marvel's doing a really good thing by making their universe.
There was some plot holes in it for me. The biggest one is I'm pretty sure when Captain America comes there in Black Panther.
Yeah.
There's already some sort of because he's like, I know where we can go hide. We can go to the Black Panther land. Wakanda. We can go to Wakanda. And it's like, all right, well,
that was the Avengers, though, wasn't it?
I've been watching. Fine, then, but here's the whole thing that ties into Black Panther and Wakanda that the issue is.
Yeah.
There's a sequence here where Captain America takes some people to Wakanda to hide out, and he's like, we can go here.
Yeah.
And he's already got a relationship with the Black Panther and Wakanda and all that.
You would never explain.
I've seen every Marvel movie. I've seen the Marvel shows and all of this. Captain America hasn't gone to Wakanda on my watch. So how's he already know what's going on there? How they already have this relationship? I got issues with it.
Did you do that with Iron Man? Like if you missed one of the group adventure movies, you don't know why he's freaking
But he's
out.
saying he's
covered in one of the group.
But he's saying he's seen it all, and they don't talk about it. They do in the comics, and but if you don't know the comics, you're not going to know. So he doesn't know.
That was a little issue I had with it. I'm also a big stickler against social pressure. Like, oh, Black Panther, you have to like this movie or you're a racist. What? I can't just take it as a movie? Like, come on.
I didn't feel that pressure
personally. It was everywhere.
But you know how I'm not plugged in as much as most people.
Everyone was afraid to say they didn't like Black Panther as a story because they were afraid to be perceived as culturally insensitive.
Oh, if I didn't like it, I'd have said I didn't like it. But I enjoyed it for what it was worth.
I would like to add that in Captain America goes there in the Civil War to drop off on Bucky.
Maybe that's when because he's like, that's when he goes with the person that I know where I can hide Bucky is the
Civil
place.
War, right?
Great. When did you find out about Wakanda? Like, how do you know to take Bucky there? Because I haven't been told about it as the audience member, but you know Wakanda's there. Great. Thanks for sharing with us. But and it came out so long ago. I keep feeling like that was 2017.
It's tough, yeah. When it's
what a year 2017 was.
Oh my goodness.
All right, John. The winner, Bohemian Rhapsody.
See, now I'm torn because I love Queen. I told you before, I'm a huge Queen fan. I love Queen. I love Freddie Mercury for what he did. He was incredible. He created some amazing music and but I don't know how the movie is. Like, I don't know anything about it other than it tells about it. I've seen mixed reviews. Some people love it. Some people, they say it's not good. So, I don't really know what to think. Do I want to see it? I kind of do because, I'm going to hear some Queen music. But is the movie good? I don't know.
I've heard it's fantastic. The only strike against it for me is that Bryan Singer's got his fingerprints on it.
Oh, jeez.
Greasy fingerprints all over it. But I want to see it. The actor that's the main actor from Mr. Robot and that, from all the trailers and previews and all that, it looks like he just
takes over as Freddy.
Embodied that role. And it looks like one of those great ones.
And that's what I'm saying. What I've seen looks good, but I just don't know. I've heard just mixed reviews, but I guess I shouldn't really worry about someone else's review. I should just make my own.
Picture. Excuse me.
Yeah,
one Best Picture.
Well, that doesn't.
This is her favorite episode so far.
So,
and by the way, at the end of Black Panther, after the credits, they show Bucky living there. And finally, the final battle happens in Wakanda in Avengers: Infinity War.
I'm up to date.
Which Bucky's still there?
I'm definitely up to date. I watched my end credits.
I haven't watched the Wasp and Ant-Man though. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll acknowledge. I've boycotted Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But I'm told that's actually relevant moving forward.
Listen, I love Paul Rudd, and when Paul Rudd was in Civil War, it was fantastic. I'd probably love it. But I have a moral issue with micro heroes. He's Ant-Man. No, he's so tough. No, come on. I ain't got time for Ant-Man. There's all these other awesome superheroes.
We can turn into Giant Man too. We can go the other way and be like a giant dude and step on you.
No, I got even less time for Super Ant-Man. Like no. So
sorry, Ant-Man.
Yeah, no Ant-Mans on there. But you want to know what the best part about the Golden Globes was, even though we didn't watch it?
That was probably the best part of it that I didn't watch it. What?
Traffic cleared up in LA for a little bit.
No. Vice did not win for best comedy. Screw you, McKay! You're not going to keep playing that game with us. You're not going to keep making serious movies, throwing some jokes in there, and then registering them as comedies so you can clean up an award season. We're on to ya! Didn't happen. That's my favorite part about the Golden Globes, John.
Well, you know what? Then that's my favorite part, too.
No more genre pirates.
Whatever you say, Chris. Whatever you say, Chris. But actually, he's right. Anyone who has a serious movie and puts a couple jokes and it's like, this is a comedy, is an asshole.
Yeah, because
that's just what you are.
Because they want less competition and they want everyone to feel obligated to vote for the serious movie because it's up for an award. But no, we're on to that game now. 2019, it's a whole new year. We're not buying into the genre pirates.
No, we're not doing it anymore. Is there something else? Look like I got something else.
One little note from Shar.
What's the
Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack? Awesome.
Yeah, it's
the
Queen
guy
music.
who played Freddie was spot on.
Of course it's awesome.
But she couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. But his mannerisms were spot on.
He was saying he saw a little silhouette of a man.
A little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche.
Can you do the fandango? So anyway,
Emily says Ant-Man and Wasp is awesome.
You should tell her to watch Highlander. Tell her to watch the original Highlander movie because that's all Queen as well. The original Highlander movie is all Queen. She's not going to stop. Okay.
Emily, I fully admit that Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably really awesome, and I probably would love it. But it's a moral commitment that I've made now to blackball the Ant-Man movies, even though I know Ant-Man's coming to be the hero in the next Avengers movie.
This is the same guy, and I'm going to cut you off. This is the same guy who doesn't like people who are British actors who he introduces as English speaking, so they don't hear the British accent, and then they speak in their original British accent, and he doesn't like it.
No, let me clarify that.
Come on.
If you come from Great Britain, and you're an actor, and I see you acting in American stuff, and you've got a crystal clear, perfect
English accent,
English,
whatever,
you talk like an American,
sure,
i.e. Christian Bale, and then all of a sudden, when you're normal Christian Bale, you've all of a sudden got this heavy, thick British accent.
That's his voice.
Get out of here, you phony.
That's his voice.
You've already learned to talk.
He's an actor. That's what they do.
You've already learned to talk. No. You already learned to talk like an American. You can do it fluently. That's how you talk now. I'll give you a perfect example. When I moved to Atlanta, Kelly, when you're watching this back, shout out to Kelly. When I moved to Atlanta, after about a month or two, I was dropping the y'alls. I had the accent on there. That's how I talked. I wasn't faking the Southern accent.
But when you went back to Buffalo, you dropped it because
I didn't. I didn't. I was talking with the y'alls and what's going on. I got a Southern drawl now. That's how it rolled.
So then what if somebody called you fake then?
I'm not fake because I picked it up and kept it. If I was starting to talk with the Southern drawl when I'm around Southerners and I'm like y'all, but then when I go everywhere else, I don't have it. Now I'm purposely, consciously choosing to implement the accent.
But he's an actor who plays the role. He needs to have the English or the American accent.
Go live in Britain then. Go live in Britain then. You're here in America now. You can talk like Americans.
You're limiting actors when you do that.
Because what it tells me is you're acting when you're now recalling your British accent to keep it when we know you don't need it.
Oh, he did it so well, he tricked you.
No.
Aww.
You've proven.
That's so cute.
You've proven that you can do it. I don't need
Just keep doing it.
No, I don't need the backslide. I don't need the backslide with all that goofy stuff. Talk like an American. You're an American now.
And you must be quite a bit of a hater for actors because a lot of them come from Australia and Britain.
The other one that drives me nuts.
Don't you point your finger at me, sir.
Is Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie's another ridiculous one with it. He can play a grizzled old
house.
He can play a grizzled old grumpy ass doctor, American doctor, but all of a sudden I gotta have a big accent. Poser.
No. A poser.
Yeah.
Dude.
So,
and this is still your favorite episode, girls? Are you sure?
Okay, you know what?
Right,
what Shar hates is an American that moves to England and then suddenly has the British accent.
Well, you adapted though. I can more agree to that because that's what Kris was saying.
Right.
As much as a bad
we
got to beat feet.
We're gonna wrap this up. The computer's about to die because the power cord isn't on tap there connected.
On the red line right now.
It's not connected.
The red line. Let's hit it then. Let's hit it.
Final thoughts, John? Anything?
Final thoughts. Hey, let's hit this new year running. Okay, I know you guys already hit it once, but this is my first episode on the new year, so I'm ready.
Yeah, we did a half-hour episode. That doesn't count, John.
Whatever. Let's hit the ground running. I got to take my fat ass and do some stand-up. I got to break through this fear wall, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to hold myself accountable.
Hey, Rachel and Kayla are hopefully still watching.
And Em still loves it.
Yeah.
Well, Em's a regular viewer, so this doesn't apply to her. But if Rachel and Kayla are still watching, they're going to get to hear our end song for the very first time.
They're still watching. We're keeping them up.
Oh, well, shit. Well,
yeah, rocket, John.
Here it goes, ladies.
Good
What's
night,
that?
everybody. Thank you.
Why isn't it playing?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Don't mind me.
Oh, pretty well, John.
Not bad. Not bad. See, this, I'd rather wrap up the shows like this.
You slipped in a couple sound effects there.
Yeah, even with one eye, it actually worked out okay. My vision's going horrible. That's great.
Well, a couple more years, you'll have the bionic eye.
Do a couple more years, we'll have a sound guy who can just do it for us.